What's going on? It's all gone horribly wrong. Hang on, just wait there, chaps. Don't go anywhere. Oh no, it's awful.
To this, it's a long way to the ground, all alone. Guess we play for what's been found, different sides, but you know which one you're on. It's a ploy, it means nothing when you're gone. Don't blame me, my own sick grief, just not today. It's a waste of space for colors and lessons lead the other way. It can't be changed, 'cause we are lions, we are fighters. Burn this world tonight with the fire in our eyes. We are stronger, and we push harder. Burn this world tonight with the fire in our We are lions, we are fighters. Around this world tonight with the fire in our eyes. We are stronger, and we push harder. Around this world tonight with the fire in our We are stronger, and we push harder. 'Cause we are lions, we are fighters. Around this world tonight with the fire in our eyes. We are stronger, and we push harder. Around this world tonight with the fire in our Listen to me speak, but just say what you want. What words will you keep? The ones that cause us harm. You assume the worst, but that is yet to come. But 'cause you caused it first, and now we've come undone. Caught up in trying to find a problem. Why do we lose our minds, sending us before we try? Fed up with trying to fix our problems. Why do we lose our minds, sending us before we try? Why do we lose our minds, sending us before we try? Why do we lose our minds, sending us before we try? Caught up in trying to find a problem. Why do we lose our minds, sending us before we try? Fed up with trying to fix our problem.
Welcome to Rock Around the Clock, daily cloud gaming news live at the same time, Monday to Friday. But first, if you're new to the show, please subscribe and hit the bell. If you'd like to support the channel, why not hit the join button on the channel homepage and become a member of Team Rokk? It's me, I promise. Oh dear, what a calamity. So if you're eagle-eyed, as you are, you're looking and thinking, it's Rokk, I'll give you that much, but he's looking a bit low res today, and you'd be correct. Because it's all to do with yesterday. So you remember the thing was quitting on me, the OBS crashed, and I thought, I know, it's because it's 1440, I need to take it down. So I changed everything to 1080. I didn't realise that I literally changed my main setup. So I'm going to be 1080 today, I'm sorry, I'm low-res Rokk today, but I will be back at 1440 tomorrow. I will be that extra resolution just for you. And it's Thursday. Woo! Oh, scared myself then. Look at me, I've got my business outfit on. I've been doing some businessing things today, as you do. Great to see so many of you. Thank you so much, guys. I'm really, really sorry about yesterday. It was like 5 minutes and we were dead, weren't we? But I have taken remedial action. I sacked half the staff. I wrote a stiff letter to my internet provider. But actually, it was all me. It was to do with the fact, I don't know why. I think it's because the game that I was trying to run was early access, and it was doing some weird stuff to the memory, and OBS couldn't cope. But I spoke to young Bjorn yesterday, and he said he uses a capture card between his PC and another PC to stream, and I thought, that's a danged good idea, because I've got one of those and I've never found a use for it. So I do now, and I've tested it and it worked. So next Wednesday, when we do Gameplay Wednesday, I have a way to do it. So there you go. 𝒲𝐻𝐸𝑅𝐸, you flatterer, high or low res. Rokk is always looking handsome. Well, bless you, 𝒲𝐻𝐸. That is, it's a thing to make an old man warm around the cockles of one's heart, of course. How are you guys? Oh, I can't believe I missed Wednesday yesterday. I'm going to make it up to you though, because we'll do 2 giveaways today, all right? Now we are running !_ win, so make sure you get them in, and I will add you to the wheel, and it's going to be amazing because we're going to do it twice. Low-res Rokk looks as good as I do in UHD. Isn't that particular kind of milk that you can get that tastes like carnation? Is that UHD? Oh, guys, I tell you what, I have been so looking forward to today's show. I really have. I missed doing it yesterday. Of course, Thursday's a special day, because not only do we, and Thursdays from now on is Cloud Gaming Thursday. So if you missed it, I've kind of rejigged the whole kind of itinerary for the week. Mondays is going to be chill and chat, right? We're going to get in from the weekend. We're going to feel a bit jaded because it's the beginning of the week. And we're just going to chill and chat. Now, if we cover game topics, that's fine. But we can talk about anything you want. That's Mondays. Tuesday, of course, the band strike up for Rock Show. That ain't changing. That's going to be really, really good. Wednesdays are going to be gameplay day from now on. So now that I've got it fixed, the idea is if I've got any kind of indie codes and stuff, which I get from time to time, then we'll have a look at a new game. Yesterday's we'll try and do next Wednesday. As I said, it's an early access game. It's an RPG. It looked quite good, actually. But it needed the entire system and I couldn't stream it. So that's going to be Wednesdays. Thursday, of course, is GFN Thursday. So it makes sense that we cover cloud gaming news. That's today. And tomorrow is Team Rokk Members Friday, where you lovely exclusive folk get your own thing. What have we got here? Then it became 1024/768. Yeah, I don't know what I'm going out at the moment. I'm sorry, guys. It should be 1920 1080, but only 30 frames a second. Normally you get me at 1440 and 60 frames a second. It's a beautiful thing. Oh, I see, Adam. And how are you, my friend? You were basically saying, remember when normal res? I know. Back in the day when, I forget the services now, but you used to those streaming pre-YouTube. And you're right. 320, 240 was like your average monitor. 640, 480. If you went anywhere, that was the monitor res you got with Windows, wasn't it? And Dorrigan says that milk should be illegal. That was my Clarkson voice. Who's moved my cows? Have you been watching Clarkson's second farm? Oh, it's so funny. Whatever you think of him, and I'm not his biggest fan. I do love that show. It is so good, so good, and it's so good to see. We have Michelle. Hi, Rock. How are you? How are you, Michelle? I hope you're keeping well. I love the fact that I can see people's avatars bigger, and I'm just having a look. I can see a flag. Looks like, is that Vegas? I don't know where that is. Chariot! How are you, my friend? Mr. Chariot Man Gaming. What's up, chat, this afternoon? Yeah, wow. So we're almost at the end of the week. I hope you've had a good one, but we'll reserve the pats on the back for till tomorrow, where we say what a fantastic week we've had. But I've had a good week. I've actually had a good week. I've enjoyed it. I've done some business stuff. Dorrigan loves it when I say I've done some business stuff. These days, Dorrigan, sadly for me, it's largely sales related. I say sadly because it's the thing I like doing the least. I hate kind of the beauty parade stuff with sales. I mean, I don't mind if somebody phones up and says, oh, hi, yeah, we need a new app or software or mobile or web or whatever. I mean, you make friends and you find out what they want. But I hate the whole kind of, hello, this is what we do. Would you be interested? That's not me. But I've been doing a bit of that of late. Needs must and all that. Michelle says, a Christmas story house from the movie. Oh, yes, I see now, A Christmas Story. I've got to look really close, but I'm seeing it. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. So it's all good. And we've got some news today, guys, as well. This is a good thing about saving up all our cloud gaming news to today. Means we've actually got some to talk about. And don't forget, at 8 p.m. UK tonight, let me do the maths on this, because you guys have gone forward an hour, haven't you? So, right now, it's 10 past 10 in the morning on the West Coast in the States. So, 3 hours from now, so about 1 p.m.-ish West Coast, and then about 4 p.m.-ish East Coast. Aha! I'm hoping to be on the show tonight as well. I've told Bjorn that I'll be a good boy and I'll come along and guest. But loads. I've got some great guests tonight. I mean, rock players get some amazing VIP guests. Some great ones today. It's a shot glass of the leg lamp. Oh, do you know what I thought? It was the, what would you call it? The beacon held by Statue of Liberty. You know, that light torch thing that she holds? I thought it was that. That's what I thought, looking at it. Dorrigan says, you shall thrive in the world of business. It's the American way. I mean, it's the British way. I've been doing it for, crikey, how long have I been in business? For myself. To have a little thinky poos, 27 years, 28 years, something like that. It is the way. It is the way. Oh, I watched the second Mandalorian yesterday. Well, I watched it this morning, and actually I was only half watching it because I was doing some business stuff as well. And I must go back and watch it again because it looked good. I do love the CGI on Mandalorian. Talking of things I forgot to say yesterday, I finished Forspoken. Forspoken? Yes, finished. I loved it, I have to be honest. I mean, look, it's got some issues, no question. The pacing's a bit off. They keep having these black sort of fades between cutscenes that go on and on and on, and they just... the dialogue isn't great. The story's actually okay, though. And I loved the mechanics. You basically absorb the spells of 4 different sort of wizards, witches kind of thing. And I don't want to give any spoilers away, but you absorb all their spells. Now, each of them has something like about 30 or 40 different spells. And it's really clever. So you basically have a kind of a main fighting set, which is like a circle of stuff which you can choose, and then you have all the spells, and you can literally jump between each of the characters. So one is fire, one is water, one is like imagination and stuff, and the other one is lightning. And what happens is when you choose between those and you choose what of your main attack you want, whether it's melee or distance, whatever, the other spells rotate. You can go in and choose them if you want, or you can just let them rotate. It's so well done. It doesn't take long to get your head around it, I didn't find. And just so well done. So yeah, finished that. I've got to be honest, took me about 30 hours, and I was playing on easy. So I think if you went in on normal, you'd be looking at 40-ish hours, I reckon. And they've just dropped the price. They've dropped the price on PlayStation. PlayStation has a sale, so if you want to play it on the I played it on PlayStation. You pick it up for about £45. Bearing in mind it was like 65-70 on release. CD keys have got it for a similar price if you want it for PC. So I would say, for me, that's the price they should have gone live with. They should have gone out at £40, £45, $45, $50, and that would have been a good price. That would have been a reasonable price. Full price AAA, not worth it for that. And they're getting punished for it. I don't know whether that was Sony or these guys or what the deal was. But Zero enjoyed the Forspoken demo. If you enjoyed the demo, you will love the game. A lot of people didn't enjoy the demo, and I think they might struggle with the game. There's stuff around a town which I find a bit boring, lots of little sort of side missions and things, but when you're out in the open world, and it is massive, there's lots to do, and I really enjoyed it. That's all I'm going to say. I gave it 7 out of 10. It would have been an 8 out of 10 if it didn't have the constant stopping for cutscenes, and it just didn't blend, you know, it would go black. And then you'd still hear the music, you knew you were there, but then it would be a second later and you'd be into the cutscene. That got on my nerves a bit, but it was all good. Eddie, how are you, my friend? Evening all, still at work, but listening. There you go, slipped into a bit of Clarkson again. It's all good. That's all good, Eddie. Hope you're well, my friend. Got any sport lined up for the weekend? You're usually up to see the Toon or your local club or your boys' club doing all that malarkey. Al is in the house. How are you, my friend? Bless him. Young Al. He messaged me and said he was really looking forward to the show. He missed it yesterday. Well, bless you, my friend. And it's an absolute pleasure to have you here as well. I'm trying to see if I can make myself even more sharp. There we go. Out of focus. In focus. Emma, just move the chair back a bit. Oh, there we are. Look at that. Wow. Oh, I just noticed that my clock, here it is, look at that, it's automatically adjusted for, is it daylight savings? What do you guys call it in the States? But look at that, it's done it automatically, so I can absolutely see. I never use that clock, you know, I forget to look at it. I'm sat here going, oh, and it must be about this time, and it's right there. It's under the clock. It's under the clock. Yep, following local team to Gainsborough this weekend. Still fighting relegation. You can do it. Come on, Eddie's team. You can do this. You've got it. You've got it, my friend. Ah, yes. Adam Rouster says, white screen between scenes bothers me more than black. Yeah, this is black and not white. There are some white scenes, but I really love. There's actually a really good story behind it all. And I don't want to give anything away because it is a bit of a spoiler. My prediction is that it will probably come to PlayStation as one of their playable games in the not too distant future. So I don't think it'll come to Game Pass. They don't tend to do. It seems to me that new games with Game Pass either come day and date or they don't. Seems to be. Who knows? But Raven, the Savage, is at work too, waiting till 4:30 p.m. Eastern. Then I go home. Well, let's have a look. What have you got, Eastern? Well, you got another couple of hours, my friend. 3 hours, and then you're out of there. Woohoo! Bring it on. Bring it on. And then do you go back tomorrow, or is that you for the week? Because some people don't do Fridays, do they? And there's a big movement, certainly in the UK at the moment, to try and do like a 4-day week. Certain trades and jobs it works really well for. But it'd be interesting to see. They reckon that people are actually more productive, but who knows? Adam works until 6 p.m. Eastern. So you've got another, what have you got, my friends? That's 18, isn't it? You've got another 5 hours, dude. But it will come around. Well, not quite. You've got 4 hours and 42 minutes, to be precise. I'm sure it'll work out fine. Yep, I work Monday to Friday. Gotcha, my friend. Your 5-day week. See, I work from home. Never used to, and only since COVID. So I don't, and I own the company. So I've only got myself to answer to. But that's not strictly true, because I feel when you've got a business, you need to treat your staff and your suppliers and your clients fairly. So I don't take the mickey. I try and put the hours in and do the stuff, and what have you. I try and earn my crust. Raven the Savage. Yeah, it's all right. We'll call you Raven. No worries. Miss Phoenix, as I live and breathe. How are you? Are you coming on Rock Players later? Please. Be lovely to have you. I work from home, says Dorgan. The commute to the kettle is exceptional. Imagine that, man. Wow. Do you go by steam engine? I'm sorry. Good. Oh, look, 𝒍𝒑. Haven't seen you for ages, brother. How are you? Good day, all. Good day to you. I am walking home from the office in the rain. Oh no. I went to West Point today. You know exactly what I'm talking about, Miss Phoenix. To a business expo. Had a really good meeting with some lovely, lovely people. And it was raining as well. But inside the massive cattle shed, as is, it was actually very pleasant. I'm thankful for such a bright, sunny day. Oh, I love it, mate. You've got to love them bright, sunny days, haven't you? It's what if you've got a bright, sunny day, you feel bright and sunny inside, don't you? It's absolutely true. Howdy ho, neighboroonies, says David. Bless you, my friend. How are you feeling today, brother? Oh, you've been down a little bit. I hope you're up. I hope today we lift you up. You know, like who was it sang that song? I won't do it, I promise. I'm not going to do it for you. Raymond is praising. How are you, dude? Got the praise going on. Was it busy? Oh, there were people there for sure. It's a difficult one to say. I think they're only doing the one day. I would say it was reasonable. I struggle in those places because I feel really awkward walking past, not wanting to catch anybody's eye in case they go, let me just grab you for a minute, sir, and tell you about my service, which you were never going to buy in a million years. But I did have a meeting set up anyway, and I saw a few folk I haven't seen for a while, which was lovely. Always nice. The grey sky outside matches the grey warehouses down there. Oh, no, mate, really? Does that actually help to disguise them, though? You know, is it like a sort of like the camouflage into the clouds? That would be quite good, I reckon. Eddie says, I'll be working from home tomorrow. Yes, still have to get up and out for the school run, but no meetings and usually get a good hour of gaming at lunch. Wink. Just started Goblins. Oh, it's a great game. You'll love it, my friends. It's a great game. Again, not a massive game. You can get through it in a fair, you know, in like a decent weekend. But it's so well done. It's funny. It's got great music. 𝒲𝐸𝒩𝒟 and Raven are having a little chuckle. Guys, I'm going to whip us over in a nice way to young Larry because, oh no, look at that. Everybody's the little chat thing's floating. You see, I had this all set up for the gaming thing and it's all gone terribly wrong. Just give me 2 seconds. I'll move that out of the way. Chat box. Oh, it's gone. We'll bring it down there. There we are. Let's test it with a big one. There we go. Brilliant. Thank you for that test, Eddie. Right, we're going to start with cloud dosage. So, cloud gaming Thursday forever. It's always going to be news about cloud gaming on Thursday, starting, of course, with cloud dosage. Now, as it happens, we've got some good, interesting news over at Cloud Dosage. We're going to start with Black Nut. Rarely these days do we talk about Black Nut, unless it's on the Rock Show, of course, wherein we talk a lot about Black Nut because it's Ray's favourite. I'm just seeing if I can do a better job for you. That'll do. So Black Nut, 𝒉𝒻, or however it's pronounced, and Focus Entertainment have announced a new partnership. Now, if you don't remember, Focus are the guys behind Plague Tale, Innocence, and the new one, and a French company as well. Black Nut is a French cloud gaming company, so it makes a lot of sense that they will partner with these guys. No news yet on whether or not Microsoft are going to do something with Black Nut, and they seem to be approaching everybody out there about offering a cloud option. So it's probably going to be coming, I reckon. But then I guess it also depends on the model, and their model doesn't really allow for just onboarding games. So yeah, maybe not. I'm just trying to establish why my camera at my end has died, whereas you guys are seeing me. I hope I don't kill it. So, it's been gremlins all around. Crow, how are you, my friend? Great to see you. Thanks for popping in, brother. I'm just trying to get my camera. Doesn't matter, as long as you can see me, that's important. Right, so what they're doing, which is interesting, Black Nut are opening a dedicated channel for Focus Entertainment. Yes, like Amazon Luna. And I do wonder whether they've got wind of something happening down the Luna route. So they're going to be opening a dedicated channel. I'm assuming you won't pay extra for this. It's an assumption. Because if you go into Black Nut, it's curated library of games. So you go in and there's your 500 games or whatever. And it looks like what they're doing is saying, you know, for example, here's your racing games, here's your horror games, here's your family games, and here are the games from Focus Entertainment. Which is quite good. It's quite a nice little deal. They reckon there's 20 games. Here we go. It'll offer subscribers 20 curated titles with regular updates planned for the future. So quite a nice little promotion for Focus. I would imagine these are probably going to be games of at least a year or older. I doubt they're going to be putting their brand new games, but I don't know for sure. And I don't know, the latest Plague Tale, when did that come out? Was it this year? I finished it. Of course, it went straight to Game Pass, so I don't know whether that affected sales or not. But Black Nut doing okay, apparently. It's quickly growing with many new partnerships, including telecom operators, ISPs, OTT services, media companies and device manufacturers like LG and of course Samsung. So that's a little bit of Black Nut news. Can't get enough of it these days. Also, 5 new games coming to Boosteroid. We may as well cover this, haven't we? How did Luna get a 10-year deal? I don't know, because I'm Canadian. Did they, though? Have they had a 10-year deal from Microsoft? I haven't heard. I don't know. Oh, look, Rudigs. Crow saying Rudigs, and I've missed it. What did Rudigs say? I wonder if I asked nicely if I can get a 10-year Microsoft deal. Yeah, exactly. They are throwing them around, it has to be said. We're going to cover that in a second, actually, because there's some interesting news on that front. I'll go to my bookmarks in a second, and we'll have a little look at that. Miss Phoenix, there's still a few of us talking to each other in here last night after the I know, I'm so sorry. And I actually saw you as well. I think what happened was, the game was an early access game, so I reckon it had some awful memory leaks and basically took over the entire RAM on my PC, and OBS couldn't do anything. I even went away and tried it with 𝒍𝒻𝒂𝒻𝒃, and that worked, but I couldn't get the audio to work, so I just gave it up as a good job. But I have now got a great route for installed games for the future. 90% of the time I prefer to do cloud anyway and never get an issue. But yesterday was an installed game, and boy did it bite me in the bottom. But you see, you guys are all friends. That's the lovely thing, isn't it? That's the beautiful thing. Crow, it must be caught up at the border. Oh no. What, the 10-year deal? I don't know. I don't think they've got a 10-year deal with Luna, have they? Haven't seen it mentioned. Anyway. Boosteroid got some new games. Yesterday they announced these. What have they got? Octopath Traveler 2. Do you know the thing I love about Octopath and Traveler 2? I think 𝒁𝒑𝒂𝒂𝒃, who's an old friend of mine and was a guest on Rock Players either last week or the week before. I think he's starting to stream it this week. The thing I love about it is that depth of field. So you have the pixelated 2D characters, and then they've got this gorgeous bokeh depth of field effect, which kind of makes it feel 3D, and almost like little paper characters in the game. It's actually a really good game as well, if that's your thing. Rudig's keeping busy. Gonna head out soon. Broke my mic. No, had to troubleshoot a stream. Never works. Never does. Never does. This is the nature of our chosen hobby, my friend. And also Season. This one I hadn't heard of, but I've seen trailers for it. It actually looks quite nice. I have a feeling it was due to come to Stadia, but Lee said about that. Sons of the Forest has come to Boosteroid. I think it's also now on GeForce Now, so look out for that one. And Company of Heroes 3, which looks pretty good actually. We won't play the video because we've got a fair bit of news to get through. Don't forget !win if you want to. We're going to do 2 giveaways today after yesterday's fiasco. So definitely make sure you get into that. Cloud gaming, yes. So on cloud gaming, Xbox Cloud, we have Valheim. I think this is a couple of days ago. Valheim, which was massive on PC, massive, big old indie game. I think it's a roguelite or survival title, beg your pardon. So it's apparently quite tough. You can play it co-op, and that's where it's more fun. And Ghostwire, which is interesting. Now, Ghostwire, has it come out yet? I don't know that it's out just yet, but I will double check. What does it say here? April the 12th, Ghostwire Tokyo. This looks quite special, actually. Bit scary, but very, very good. That's coming to Game Pass on April the 12th, so look out for that one. Originally released as a PlayStation exclusive, and I have to say, it's one of this month's PlayStation games as well, so it's now coming to Game Pass Ultimate. However, this version will include the Spider's Thread, so there's some additional content with it, which includes new areas, deeper combat, and a new game mode. So you're getting a bit more for your Game Pass. Minecraft Legends, wowza, that's coming April the 18th. Benedict Fox, I liked him in Sherlock, he was very good. The Last Case of Benedict Fox, not cloud confirmed though, but anyway, that's coming April the 27th. Homestead Arcana, another April 2023 game. So these are all kind of coming up in the future, although Valheim is out there now, you can go and play that now. And I think under all reports, it's supposed to be very, very good. Company of Heroes 3, no freaking way. I think that's excited, Raven. Let's have a look at it, my friend. Company of Heroes. Let's have a look. Where was it? I forget the game. There was a game I used to love. Came out from before Battlefield, I think. And you had to go and get the gold. And it had a multiplayer. It's kind of World War II thing. It had a multiplayer side. But there was a really good story where you had to go in and like liberate the gold. Where is it? I saw it just now. Where's it gone? Oh, it was the Boosteroid story, wasn't it? Sorry. Yes, Boosteroid. Let's go back up. Very quick look at it. That's right. Here we are. And here it is, Company of Heroes 3. Available via Steam, bigger and better than ever. Company of Heroes 3 combines heart-pounding combat with deeper strategic choices in a stunning Mediterranean theatre of war. In Company of Heroes 3, every battle tells a story. We'll have a quick look if you like. I'm going to turn the audio off because I don't want to get struck off. Company of Heroes. Raven liked that one. Hey, Ant! How are you, my friend? I hope you managed to make it to Rock Players today. It's always a treat when you turn up. I'm okay. I'm okay, brother. I'm just, yeah, you know, keeping the tech together. I'm going out at 1080p, sadly. My fault, but we'll be back to 1440 tomorrow. I hope you're well. So this looks all right. I mean, loads of cutscenes. Oh, here we go. We've got a bit of gameplay now. Here we are. It's the usual thing. World War II, I guess, is it? Looks World War II-ish. Yeah, all that kind of thing. If you love it, it's there for you. They definitely look World War II, don't they? Yeah, look, you got the Nazi fellow and all that stuff going on. Right, Boosteroid and what else was there? I think for now that'll do us. We're going to get ourselves over to GeForce Now. Force. So, not a huge amount on the old GeForce Now front. Haven't announced any new servers coming online. But I'm quite excited about this. I might even play it later. It's Disney Dreamlight Valley. Woohoo! Steaming and streaming from Steam and Epic on GeForce Now today. I tell you why I'm excited about this. I know it came out on Xbox Game Pass, where I did have it, but my daughter started playing it, and we soon discovered that if you start another, so you know, like sometimes you can start another character or you can start with a different timeline, it overwrote the cloud saves, so I couldn't play it at the same time of her. So I went and paid for it and bought it myself independently, only to be told recently it's going to be free to play soon. And so I'm excited that it's on GeForce, because up until now it's only been sat on my PC not being played. So that's happening. They also go on to talk about the GeForce Now Ultimate package, which we're all very familiar with, and the fact that it also works super duper on a Mac. This I can vouch for, actually. Any Mac since, I think, 2009, you can run GeForce Now in glorious. In fact, I've got a 16-inch MacBook Pro, and that's a 3.5 by 2.2, which is as near as damn it 4K. And 120 hertz, which ain't bad, is it? And looks really, really good. So all of that's going on. Your Dream Valley and Legend of Heroes Trails to Azure, which is a new release on Steam. So that's your GeForce news, guys. And elsewhere in the cloud news, Raven says, I love Disney. I'll have to add that one. Yeah, so I think it's still on Game Pass if you have a Game Pass account. But I didn't pay a huge amount for it, to be fair. I think the price has dropped a lot. And it's actually a good little RPG game. So yeah, no, definitely check it out. Martin, how are you, my friend? Good day to you from Norway. Almost said Sweden. From Norvège. I hope you're well. Bjorn did a video walking out the other day, kind of a Bjorn on the road, he talked about the boost story of the Microsoft deal, but it was amazing. Snow everywhere and it was gorgeous. I thought, I wonder if it's like that where Martin is. The Redfall trailer for GeForce. Yeah, that looks good, doesn't it? It's coming out May, I believe. I want to say May the 4th. Be with you. Something like that. But Redfall looks really good. It does look good. I think it's coming to Game Pass as well. It's coming to Game Pass. I will be playing it. Having now finished Forspoken, I'm going to be sending it back. I think next up on my list is Dead Space. So I'll probably get that one next week because I haven't bothered to send the disc back yet. It takes a couple of days. Sadly, I do not have Game Pass. I don't think. Let's have a quick look. Where are we? Let's go to Fanatical. My little look at that, look, guys. Isn't that a beautiful thing? Look at that. That's the front page of Bing right there. It's a beautiful search thing, isn't it? Let's have a look at Fanatical. We'll pop in. What is it? Disney thing. What's it called? Disney. I don't know that they have it at. Oops, where are we? Disney Dreamlight Valley. Let's have a look. Disney Dreamlight. Oops. Typing is atrocious. Right, we don't have it there, so let's have a look on CD keys. We'll find a price for you. No, that's not CD keys. That is, in fact, Melon, and it's ready for my next-gen gaming on Saturday. Oh, no, I've gone all purple now. Oh, guys, sorry about that. That's because Melon took my camera. There you go. You don't often hear that, do you? My Melon took my camera. Damn you. Damn you apes to hell. It's a very beautiful thing. I look like a mid-journey. Someone's gone mid-journey. Imagine Rock as graffiti on a wall painted in purple. And then here I am, the high-res version. God, have you tried Mid-Journey on Discord? Whoa! I'm even thinking of subscribing. It's so much fun. Next month, Star Trek Resurgence is coming out. Yes, I've seen it. I don't know if it was you that tweeted it. Anyway, let's have a quick look and then I'll sort my camera. Disney Dreamlight, there we go. Oh, it's still quite pricey. Well, there you go. You can buy it for Xbox for $23.99 or just for PC for $18.99. Sorry, not really zoomed in to see that. So basically, these are UK prices, but you're looking at about $20. That's not too bad. It's not bad at all. Now then, as far as my camera goes, let me just see if I can get the here I am. Here I am. If I refresh, I might have to take me offline, choose a different camera, boop, and then bring me back again. There we are. Look at that. You see what happens when you put my head together? Right, so yes, Disney thing, that's coming. What else we got, Rock? Well, Thursday, of course, the other thing that happens on a Thursday is the Epic Store Games. So let's have a quick look over there. I saw this, I thought this was interesting. Let me zoom out a bit. Unreal Editor for Fortnite. I thought, what's that all about? So literally, for, I believe it's free, it's coming soon, you can download an editor, a PC application for designing, developing and publishing games and experiences directly into Fortnite. Did you know this was going to be a thing? I don't know enough about Fortnite, but it occurs to me they're looking to make it a bit like Creator, where you can literally design and build your own games and publish them within Fortnite. That's not an uncanny thing, is it? So, Unreal Editor for Fortnite, a new PC app for designing, developing and publishing games and experiences. Did you know about this, guys? This is new to me because I'm not in the world of Fortnite. With many of the Unreal Engine 5's powerful tools, obviously this is going to be more like I say, more like a creator thing. So they're going to make it much easier. But you can essentially develop kind of a game around Fortnite, I guess, come up with your own levels or game types. and then squirt them into Fortnite so Fortnite players can play them. I don't know whether you get an opportunity to sell or, put out some kind of payment metric. But either way, UEFN, which is Unreal Engine for Fortnite, I think, works side by side with Fortnite's existing creative toolset, and teams of creators can work together across PC and console to develop and test islands in real time. So each of these little games is going to be an island, I guess. That's what we're going to call them. Also included in the new programming language, Verse. It offers powerful customization capabilities, such as manipulating or chaining together devices. So, I don't know, is this news? It's news to me. I only saw it when I was looking for the free game. But that is interesting, methinks. What do you think, guys? Raven says, I've seen Super Mario 64 build is built on Unreal. It looks so realistic. Yeah. So I actually saw somebody on YouTube yesterday saying they thought that was a bad thing for games. What? I mean, I suppose if you're a 2D retro lover, but I'm like, make it as real as possible, dude. See, Rudigs has seen Zelda. See, that's a good thing, isn't it, mate? Seen the Zelda games remade. So you could remake old school Sega or Nintendo or things like Space Invaders in Fortnite. That's going to make it soon. You know what's happening. You can see what's coming here, can't you? They're going, stuff you Meta and your metaverse. Let's make Fortnite the metaverse. You can see it, can't you? So you go in there to play Fortnite, but at the same time you can go into that room or that island and play that game, or have a community thing going on, or an event, or surf the web. It's coming. That's what I reckon they're up to. Diablo 4 open beta tomorrow. Yep, if you've pre-ordered, I believe. And then I think I'm correct in saying if you haven't pre-ordered, it opens out on the 24th to everybody. I'm actually really up for that. I might even be a game I buy. I'm going to test the open beta, and if I like it, I might even put some cash down. So Martin says, okay, so I had a talk with some friends last night. It's good. It's a good thing to get it off your chest, mate. And it started me thinking, this could be a story here. PlayStation might have some huge stuff going on. Sorry, I'll bring you back. Where are we? It sounds like they don't care about the new deal. Yeah, it's interesting what's going on there, isn't it? It's a lot more complex, I think, than first meets the eye. It's the closed beta. Says Adam. Yeah, that's what I just said. So closed from tomorrow, and then the 24th is the open one, I believe. How it works. Yeah, I'm going to give it a go. Open for those that pre-ordered. Yeah, it's exactly what I just said. But it's good to have it verified and validated. Any road up, the free games, I hear you say, Rock. Yes, there is Gladius. It's Warhammer 40,000 Gladius relics. Have a look in a second. Coming up March 23rd, 2 games they're giving you, Chess Ultra and World of Warships. I have to say, I'm not super excited about those. I think World of Warships is one of those free, isn't it one of those free to play things, or there's like a tiny amount you pay and then you have to pay to get ships and stuff. And chess, yeah, could be good. Anyway, let's grab this one. Warhammer 40,000 Gladius, Relics of War. I didn't realise until recently how many of these Warhammer games there are. I mean, there's thousands. Warhammer 40,000 Gladius, Relics of War is the first turn-based 4x strategy game set in the Warhammer universe. Oh, a turn-based version. That's interesting. Anyway, let's get it, guys. Let me grab it with me Epic account. Do this every week. Place the order. I don't need to click there. I never share my stuff. And we agree it, and they go, thank you. And then they try and install it, and I stop them. But that's all good. No, they're all good, thank you. Lovely jubbly. Turn-based. Worth a go. Now, I haven't heard whether Warhammer 40,000 Gladius is going to be on GeForce Now, because normally, don't they? They normally put their free game onto GeForce Now. but I haven't heard. Oh, this actually looks quite. So fully. I mean, if you're into chess, this looks good. I do like chess. But I've never enjoyed it as a digital thing. I like the proper, full-on board with proper pieces and a cup of coffee and the wife or what have you. I mean, you're giving it the old chess. That's what I like. I'm not so sure about the digital variations, particularly playing the computer, because he will absolutely rip me a new one. They always do. And then, as it said, World of Warships, which is, as I've said, I think it's pretty much a free-to-play. It actually tells you so. It's $16.51. There you go. So if you buy it today, why would no? I don't want to be leaving, and I don't want to be, and I don't want to pay for it. £16.51 if you bought that today. That's going to be free next week. Fairly certain though, it's a full-on microtransaction baby. Anyway, you're going to get whatever that is for £16, and it may or may not be any good, but you're going to get it for free if you want it. I just noticed our good friend Geek is here. Geek! Heyo! How are you, bro? Good to see you. And Nerds World as well. Nerds World! Have you started your Lego stop-motion Batman movie yet, Nerds World? I'd love to see you... Pauses for effect. I'd love to see you actually do a kind of a live thing where you film you making it. That would be interesting. Talking about all the things you have to do and stuff. That would be cool. I like that. Yeah, give that a go. Demake as in remade in 32 bits, said Raven. Howdy folks. Howdy to you, my friend. I hope you're well. Hope you've had a great week. My kids love playing chess. Chess is an amazing game. I think it should be compulsory. Geek, thank you so much, my friend, for the passing 9 months membership. That is awesome. I don't know that it's going to pop up at the top here because I'm using a 1080p variation of my normal OBS setup. Don't worry, it's a long story and it ain't as good. But I do really appreciate you, my friend. Thank you so much. Chess is a great game to teach your kids. I mean, it's the great thing about chess, if you play it often enough, is it trains you and it trains your mind, not only to solve lateral puzzle issues, but also to think off into the future, because good chess players have to think not only what's going to be the consequences of my next move, but think 3, 4, 5 moves down the road. I'm easily beaten. My favourite board game, by the way, is Scrabble. I love Scrabble. I do. And I love Words with Friends as well. Scrabble and all those kind of word games. Them's my thing. Right, so that was epic. I'm just trying to think. Oh, yes, I've got a few little things in the bookmarks, in my Twitter bookmarks. Let's get over and have a look at those. Nerds World says, I might have to shrink this down, it's a bit big. Nerds World says, I plan on doing behind the scenes content for the Lego animation and other 2D and 3D animations I have planned. Awesome. I tell you what, my friend, it will take a long time. Just remember, 24 frames per second, 24 little tweaks. And sometimes, if you're clever, you can use post-production to zip something around. I mean, that's how they do it in the movies. So, you do your little bit of stop frame, but if you want a ship going past, you just use post-production, cut it out, drag it around. But it's going to be good. I'm looking forward to it. Right. Over in the world of Twitter bookmarks, guys, let me just get this to fit if I can. It's a bit better. I know I am missing a little bit on the screen. Apologies for that. That's that one, isn't it? That one? To page screen? No. It don't matter none. PlayStation have announced their new games. The only reason I brought this up was because if you remember, we talked just now about Ghostwire Tokyo coming out on Xbox Game Pass in April. Well, As you can see here, it's actually going to be one of the March games that you can play if you have a PlayStation, and indeed PlayStation Plus. It's going to actually be, because it was originally an exclusive for PlayStation, so they released it out to the world, and it's coming to be one of the PlayStation games. The other one shown here is Cheer. Those of you who were around for when Stadia was around may remember this was going to be on Stadia, and I think it was even intended to be an exclusive, but I forget. So there's two great games, plus Uncharted Legacy of Thieves collection. That will be something special. I love all those Uncharted games. Immortals and Tom Clancy's Rainbow Six. So again, they're building more games into the Ubisoft offering that they have on there. They kind of have their own version of Ubisoft Plus, which is a bit different to the subscription. And Phoenix Rising is one of my favourite games of the last 3 or 4 years. Just absolutely love that game. From the opening music, if you've ever played it, but you just go to the title screen and the music is gorgeous. It's just stunning, and such a good game as well. So I finished that one, and I pretty much completed the DLCs. Highly recommended. Raven loves Uncharted. Oh yeah, I actually really enjoyed the movie as well, you know. I thought it was all right with old Dutch Holland, as he's known. His dad, Tom Holland's dad, is actually a comedian in the UK. He's a stand-up comic. I went to a gig that he did, and it was quite cute because he was so excited. He said, "I've got to just tell you the news. I've just literally had this is true, just had a text from my son. He's just been told he's been chosen for the new Spider-Man." This was like, nobody knew who his son was at this time. Now look at him. How cool is that? I was literally there. He said, "Just had a text from my son." Do you need to film in 120 frames per second? Oh, crikey, if you did that, my friend, you'd have to do 120 movements per second. 24's enough. No, 24 frames per second. 20 to 24 frames per second is what traditional animators use. Anything more than that is complete waste and would take forever. Ever. So that's that news. Jack DeSlip, who's made his way back to Twitter. I think he was on Mastodon for a long time after Elon Musk took over Twitter. He's kind of come back, but this is a thing I didn't realise. Look at this. If I hit show more, look at this. Did you know they've extended the depth of tweets? I'm assuming if you have the blue star thingy, which I don't. I actually did subscribe to it for a month, and I never got the blue tick. It never turned up on my account, so I cancelled it. But I do have a genuine blue tick on my official company account, my official company Twitter. That has a legitimate, genuine blue tick. Although I haven't had to pay for it. I assume it's still there. I don't know how that works, but it was. Right, so anyway, Jack does, I'm not going to go through it now because we have a huge amount of time left, but he makes some really interesting points about the whole Microsoft thing. So definitely worth Jack DeSlip, JDESLIP. Check out Jack's thoughts. Because Jack is involved, I want to say he's involved in quantum computing. I know he's very, very high up in that world in the States, so definitely worth having a read. And then we're going to cover a couple of things here very quickly on that whole Microsoft thing. This is interesting. Stephen Totilo, who I think is a journalist for gaming, he's talking here about the FTC is saying they want Microsoft to cough up the actual details of these new 10-year deals. So, you know, Nvidia GeForce Now have obviously said they've got one. Nintendo have got a... Nintendo's isn't a cloud gaming deal. It's basically just guaranteeing them things like Call of Duty. More to the point, they've actually said that the version of Call of Duty that Switch gets will be a perfect copy of what the other consoles get. That left me scratching my head. But then I wondered whether that's because they know there's new hardware coming, which would be able to perfectly run a next-gen version. Who knows? I think they're called Twitter notes. They're still in the testing phase. Oh, right. Okay, so is it like a beta thing that only blue tick folks get? Is that the deal? I'm not paying Musk. He's got enough cash. But yeah, so they're saying they want to see the full detail. They're not happy. In their books, they're saying, you know, you can go ahead and do this, but until we know exactly what these 10-year deals encompass, that's not letting you off the hook. I think the deal is done, if I'm honest, but this is all from a new court filing from yesterday that just hit the public docket, said Stephen, as of yesterday. So yeah, it rumbles on. Again, I'm not going to read all this. You can have a check it out. Check out Vet's covering this stuff. Well, says Vet. Looks like the FTC wants Microsoft to show the details of the 10-year deals, and of course, Microsoft not showing them. Why would this be? Don't know. Brad Smith. We're going to move on to Boosteroid. That was it. Brad Smith, who is vice chair and president of Microsoft, he put out a little tweet, which is quite cute. This is about the Microsoft and the Boosteroid deal. The thing I like about this is he's actually retweeting a tweet from Mikhailo Fedorov, who is the Ukrainian government minister for digital transformation, and he is shouting out the deal. Meaningful support for Ukraine-made business. Microsoft announces partnership with cloud gaming provider Boosteroid. Win-win story for both. So I think it's really nice that the Ukraine government are behind Boosteroid. I mean, there can't be that many tech companies that didn't run for the hills. Of course, the thing is with Boosteroid, I don't know how much of their operation is actually in Ukraine or ever was. I know that they are funded outside of Ukraine. I want to say... No, I'm not going to say it. They are there's money that it might be Georgian. I'm not sure. There's money that from another Eastern European country, and I believe the Middle East as well. I believe they have some of their operation in the States, and I might be wrong. And they have their kind of R&D team in Ukraine. So I don't know what that means. It might be one guy. I don't know. But either way, it's great to see them doing well. So that is good. And it's nice to see obviously Microsoft have bought into the whole concept of helping Ukraine and, and that's all good. And why not? And, long may it be the case. Young Tom Warren, always out there with exclusives from The Verge. He talks about Microsoft's 4th Call of Duty deal. This was, again, a couple of days ago yesterday. This time, it's with a Taiwanese outfit called 𝒢𝐻𝒚. Now, a few people have pointed out the fact that they're not public. What they do is they work with Nintendo and others to bring games to the cloud. So obviously in the case of Nintendo, they have the 1 or 2 different games that you can play and play them in the cloud. That's what they do. So it's interesting as to what it is. I think what this is, I think what this is about is Call of Duty. So it's indicating that the reason why the Nintendo Switch can have a copy of Call of Duty with all the same level of detail and quality as, say, the Xbox version is because it's going to be made available as a cloud gaming game, and that 𝒢𝐻𝒚 is the outfit that will be charged with making it ready for that platform. So, is it a separate deal or not? I mean, it's kind of one and the same thing, isn't it? It's almost like Microsoft is saying here's another deal, when in truth what they're saying is that we've done a deal with Nintendo, but that has to include 𝒢𝐻𝒚 because they make their games cloud gaming ready. Do you see what I'm saying here? Either way, Microsoft are out there spreading the love. There's no two ways about that. Let's see, let's catch up with you guys. Excuse me for coughing. I even heard IFR is actually better. I've gone all the way back into news that I should have kept up with you guys. Koala, how are you, my friend? all the way from, I bet it's, I'm trying to think how it works with you guys with seasons in India. Because you're huge, aren't you? So like America, you know, on one side of the States, it can be completely different to the other side of the States. It's got to be the case, I'm sure, as well for you. US FTC is more politics, making a name for itself, not the same as the EU and the CMA in UK, says Martin. Adam Rouster says, if you like an open world, some good fighting, some puzzles. What I liked is they did a good easing into the puzzles. Which game are we talking, my friend? At first it didn't feel like you're doing a puzzle. I've missed. Let me find out. Let me go back up. Quite a few puzzles. I played IFR on Ubisoft Plus. IFR. Spell it out to me, dude. What does IFR stand for? Independent Federation of Russia. And our political system is basically owned by large companies. Yeah, sadly so. So anything the government does to rein them in is mostly for show. Yeah, that's a fair shout. Fair shout. Raven says, that sounds kind of like government here in the US. Yep. He's also in both of you. Immortal Feet. Yes, loved it. Loved it. Right, I am going to race to get the Wheel of Fortune ready for you guys. So the first thing I need to do is grab your... Here we are. Grab all the winners. And refresh that screen. That should be everybody. 20, that's fantastic. We're back to the old days. Good stuff. 20 folk. Let me copy those names. And close that down. I hope that let me copy. I'm not seeing a copy menu. Right, and then over to the wheel. Let me see. Wheel of Fortune. Wheel entries. Here we are. Let's interact with the wheel. I'll get you in there, guys. So hopefully that's going to paste in. Yes, it works. Brilliant. So we have in lead, how are you, my friend? We have Mr. Davis, otherwise known as Al. Crow, AppJ, Eddie. Al again, 3 Als. Eddie, Pycon, good to see you. Rockmuth from Sweden. Bulls for Life. Raven Live, Rouster 2, Back for Vengeance, Rouster 2. How are you in there twice, Rouster? I'll make that one Rouster 3. And Raven the Sausage. No, the Savage. I'm joking. Dorrigan, there we go, guys. Brilliant. Let me give it a shuffle and we will be ready. So we're going to do it twice today because I messed it up yesterday. So my apologies for that, but we're going to get over and do that. Quickly, Martin says, okay, Rock. Off topic, I don't really understand why Ubisoft don't make more Splinter Cell games. Yep, I agree. I don't know what's going on with Ubisoft. They were for the longest time my favourite developer, and they've just dropped the ball. I don't know what they're doing. I really don't. So he has a Rouster 2 on YouTube and a Rouster 2 on Twitch. I changed it to 3 so that the system didn't pull you off. Sometimes if it sees a duplicate, it deletes it. So you're all good. You're all good, my friend. Right, so let's get over. Oh, look, there I am. Woohoo! Winner and prize, as always. So I've added an extra game to the thing today as well. I'm not going to tell you what it is. It's all a good surprise. And first up, we will... here we are. First up, I'm going to spin for the first winner. We'll do them twice on both wheels. So here we go. Let me just pull that over here so I can see it. Lovely. And we're off. We are off. Where's it gonna land? Where's it gonna land? We're going past Queen Rach, past Squids, Al Davis, 85. Alan Davis, his brother. One of the Rouster sisters. Dan, could be a crow. I think this is going to be a crow. First winner of the day is Dan. But you know, look at that. That's a definite crow, isn't it? Wouldn't you say that's a definite crow? I think the system's wrong. I'm sure that's a crow. I'm going to make that a crow. Crow, my friend, you get the first prize of the day. 𝒉𝒂𝒻. Let me just make it a little name. There we go, my friend. Right, you're number 1. I'm just going to shuffle Upicus. And I'm going to spin the next one. Here we go. Number 2. Oh, here we are with Snake Charming on this one. Yeah, we'll keep it between ourselves, Pro. Don't you worry, my friend. Right, here we go. Who's going to be number 2? There's Al. Alex, Billy, Raven's there. Look. Oh, Raven, we just missed you, my friend. Miss Phoenix, Eddie. Is it going to be Eddie? Is it going to be Death Alive? Or is it going to be Dorrigan? It's going to slow him down. Death Alive. Alive, alive, ho. No worries. Right, number 2. Okay, let's close that one down and get rid of that. And now, let's see what you guys have won. So, the wheel of prizes. We're going to start with Crow. So here we go, my friend. Let's give it a spin. Hey, Curly, how are you, brother? Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for popping in. Let's give it a spin. Oh. Oh, yeah. Love it. Oh, just went past a new game. It's not me. Here we go. Gods vs. Humans, Crazy Machines 3, Terrain of Magic, a Pump BMX Pro. This one is for Pro. You are pumped with your BMX Pro, my friend, for PC. So, let me just make a note. Now, you were here live, so I will get in touch with you via Twitter with the code for that one. Awesome stuff. Give it a shuffle. There he goes. And we will now see what Death Alive is going to win. Here we go.
Coming through the room, turn the bass up. Sleeping on me, better wake up.
Oh, yeah.
Put your fly gear on, do your makeup, drop it real low, and pick it back up.
Choose your plate, choose your plate, choose your... Look at all those things going on there. Good job it didn't stop at BMX Pro. Gomo. Should be. Should be. It's going to be Gomo. I have no idea what that is. But that is Death Alive's game. Awesome stuff, DJ Rock. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I could do that. I could be DJ. Right, there you go. Fantastic. Fantastic. So, young Crow Resin there. He has won Pumped BMX Pro, which is actually a really good game. And Death Alive has won a Gomo. I'm not sure what that is, but I'm sure it's excellent. We'll leave the wheels and my cropped head for now. And we'll come back to the welcome screen where I will indeed bid you all adieu, a farewell. It's been all right. Have you enjoyed it? This is Cloud Gaming Thursday, so we're going to do the proper cloud gaming news, a bit of analysis. It's all going to be concentrated into a Thursday. And then what's really good is, if you come back in 2 hours' time, Rock Players, which will be going into even more detail, I'm sure, covering even some of the things that we've covered today. So that's going to be good. Don't forget as well, it's an open mic show. So if you fancy joining the panel, you will find a link in the chat. You are very, very welcome. And I'm planning on being in the show myself today as well. So that's got to be good, isn't it? And Happy Martin says, Fortnite getting unrealistic motive. Mate, if you come into the show late, don't be bringing your own news, because if you were here on time, you'd have seen I covered this in detail, in fact. Thank you, Miss Phoenix. You tell him, all these coming in late with their own news. Well, however, I am excited to know that I actually was covering something that was really new. It wasn't just an old thing. Shame on you, says Miss Phoenix. You tell him. What are these Norwegians up to, eh? With their news, their rival news coverage? Blow them all. Right, that's me done. Please join Rock Players later. I'm going to be in it. It's going to be great fun. Although I'm always a good boy on Rock Players, because it's not the place to be, carry on camping and all the stuff that I love. Thank you all for a fantastic turnout as well. great show. Yeah, well, you won, mate. You would say that, but but I really appreciate it, brother. And I'll be speaking to you in a minute with your prize. Don't you worry. You just stay tuned. Join me tomorrow. Friday, of course, is Team Rokk exclusive giveaway day with the old prize bundles. That's going to be good. I think I've added a new one in there as well. Where are we next? Is it next Friday? Is next Friday the final Friday, or is there one? I think it might be, because although it's not the end of the month next week, I do believe it's the final Friday. So stay tuned to see what the Rokk Plus members will be winning. Raven the Savage, thank you very much for the wave. Really appreciate it, guys. I'm going to get the hell out of here. And I will see you all a bit later, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.